Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We appreciate all of you out there being with us today. Another beautiful day outside. SEC Media Days continuing in Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame. On tap today, of course, Sam Pittman already taking the stage, Kirby Smart as well. Billy Napier from Florida will get, actually he was probably taking the stage about right now at 12 o'clock, and then Mark Stoops a little bit later on this afternoon. It'll be Auburn's Brian Harsin leading things off tomorrow, bright and early, so we'll certainly have lots to talk about listening to what he says. Over under opening statement, 7 minutes. That's what we put it at for Brian Harsin. You say over under.
What's the count again?
7 minutes.
I'm going to say under.
Under.
Yeah, okay. I'll go under.
Quick one. Taking a lot of questions. All right. I went a little over.
Okay.
Yeah, he tends to get long-winded at times. But nonetheless, if you want to chime in on that, by all means, give us a shout here. You can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, that's Sports with a Z, and comment away, or you can give us a call, 256-234-6221.
As a head coach at Media Days, I would always strive for the under, I think.
Yeah. Well, you could do, and like Mike Leach, you could come out and he says, I don't like opening statements. I just want to get to the good stuff. And that was it.
Yeah.
And then he took questions for 30 minutes.
I think you strive for the under because the thing is, it's like anything else, right? None of these guys are really paid to talk. You're a football coach. Get the initial, get the stuff out of the way. Like our team a lot, happy with our recruiting class. Spring was good to us.
Yeah.
We like some of the progress we've seen this summer. We feel like we've got a chance to have a really good year going into it. Thank you all for coming. I'll answer a couple of questions. There you go.
Of course, now, normally a coach doesn't have that much topic because as much as we like to dive into it and parse it out, the offseason is pretty boring.
Yeah.
At Auburn, not so much.
Well, now the summer's been quiet.
The
summer's been quiet.
Yeah, so
summer's been quiet.
He might have a few things. I'd be shocked if he wasn't asked about it. But nonetheless, the All-Star game last night, the American League, 9 in a row now over the National League. I'm not sure what it is, the middle block for the National League. But
is it just me, or have professional sports All-Star games kind of run their course? Can't we just have like an all-pro team in each one, recognize them, yay, let's take a week-long break, keep the home run derby, you know what I mean?
I like seeing guys that I don't get to see on a normal basis.
Well, I know, but I mean, Andy, we got 350 channels. You can see any team you want to see.
Well,
it's not that you don't get to see them, you choose not to.
Well, no, I would not. I mean, the Angels are on, I could pay for a subscription to MLB Network and watch them if I wanted to, but just free baseball, not so much.
Yeah,
So,
I have MLB Network on my cable package. So
yeah. I got MLB Network. I'm talking about the MLB where you get to watch every game that's on.
Why?
Yeah, again, why would you do that? Yeah. So, but anyway, nonetheless, I enjoy the All-Star game. Did you watch the Home Run Derby?
I did watch a little bit of the Home Run Derby. I did not watch it. I watched just a couple of minutes of the game. I got into this new Dracula miniseries on Netflix. So,
okay.
But
did you see that they, if it had a tie, they were going to have a Home Run Derby to decide it?
Yeah, and again,
is the novelty? It's better than flipping a coin. It's better than just saying we're just going to tie. I mean, I thought it was somewhat interesting. But
yeah, I mean, the Pro Bowl was dead years ago.
Oh, the Pro Bowl's never been a thing.
The NBA All-Star game is nothing but a showcase, an exhibition game. see who can get to 150 first. The Major League All-Star game, I don't know. It hasn't. I have not had an interest in many years.
Yeah, you can't. Baseball, you can play and have a good time and not take it as seriously. You cannot do that with football.
And I thought, honestly, when they made the home field thing would have been a good thing for the All-Star game, but then I still found myself not really caring.
Yeah.
And I think I'd just rather go with an alternating home field and have your exhibition game in the middle of the summer, and there you go.
Yeah. So JJ, no All-Star game, huh?
Yeah, just not my thing.
All right.
Now, if we went back to the old days, remember in the old days, the college football all-stars would play the defending Super Bowl champions. Mm-hmm. Now, they'd get run 65-0.
They actually won a couple of times.
Yeah. I don't think that happens
not
today.
Many. No, probably.
But again, you got to there has to be something on the line that matters, right? If you're the Yankees, or if you're a team in playoff position in the Major League, I guess it matters for home field. But if you're the Nationals, if you're a Nationals player on the All-Star team, do you care?
I don't want to. I'm not going to judge anybody's whether they want to be there or not. But I bet if you're on the Nationals, you're dying to get out of Washington.
Yeah.
So
but I'm just saying, do you care if your team wins?
Oh, I think. Well, this is the only time you get a chance to win, so take advantage of it. And they did not. But the Major League Baseball draft it finished up all 20 rounds of it. Auburn has 8 players taken. That's actually 9 if you include Jonathan Brand, who was a transfer that was going to be a part of the Auburn Tigers in 2023, but is not going to be a part of them because he ends up with the Red Sox. But 8 players. I think Butch Thompson said that's the 4th most of any team in the country. So it just shows again how much, how well Butch Thompson has recruited and the players that he brought in and how well they develop them. And I think that's 36 players that he's had drafted since he took over at Auburn, 16 of those being in the first 10 rounds. So congratulations to them. On the last day, the last day, 11 through 20, you had Carson Skipper finally get taken by the Rockies. Hayden Mullins, who is going to have to have some surgery or already has had it. Hayden Mullins that had some arm trouble this year for Auburn was a weekend starter. He gets taken by the Red Sox as well. Blake Rambush, transfer from Sanford, came over and led Auburn in hits, played a great third base. Said he was 5 foot tall and weighed 100 pounds in the 9th grade. And he's not a big guy now, but dreamed about, playing professional baseball, and now he's going to get an opportunity to do that. So I got a little in common with him. I was 5'4" and weighed 100 pounds when I was 16. So I was a late bloomer myself. So congratulations to Blake Rambush. Brody Moore, Auburn shortstop, gets taken in the 17th round by the Cardinals. So that it's a really, really good draft for Auburn. They lose some really, really good players like Blake Burkhalter, like Barnett and Bright and Sonny DeShera. Blake Rambush, they got a lot to replace. But for the first time in a long time, Auburn's entire recruiting class is going to actually make it to the Plains. And they got some really, really good players coming in. So they're going to have a lot to work with. But good for them. Congratulations to them. The Major League Baseball draft wrapped up. So all 20 rounds of it. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center for all your building supply, home decor tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. When we come back, we were talking about this, yesterday and didn't get a chance to do it. But obviously the media, the votes are out, or the ballots are out. They will vote to see what the order of finish will be in the SEC East and West. Auburn over the last 20 years, we got here the media predictions versus what actually happened. So just to set this up, we're talking about a 20-year span. JJ, 4 times out of 20, the media has nailed it for the Auburn Tigers.
However, not defending the media, because it's not my job to defend the media, but 7 other times they have finished within 1 spot of where the media has predicted them. 1 up or 1 down.
11 times. 11 times they've only missed it by 1 place.
Right. So that's 55%. That's not a terrible.
Not bad. Now, you know how people often say the Auburn Tigers, most difficult team to predict in the SEC. Mm-hmm. That's not just a say. That's not just like a colloquialism. That's not just something people say. That's actually real, and I can prove it.
Okay.
The media has underrated Auburn 8 times in 20 years.
Okay.
They have overrated Auburn 8 times in 20 years.
Okay. It's dead even, right?
They nailed it 4 times. They've overrated them 8. They've underrated them 8.
That's not a bad,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at that. We'll look at some of those years, and some of them are really, really. It just shows you Auburn really wildly inconsistent. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious 1-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours. Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
At Glenn Smith in Opelika, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. Check out these Hot July offers on powerful full-size Chevy and GMC trucks. The Chevy Silverado discounted up to $6,500 off. Or the GMC Sierra $5,000 off. Plus, get financing as low as 0% on several models. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. You can always join us right here on the Auburn Blitz, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 each and every day. You can find us on your Spectrum cable dial or dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're talking about SEC Media Days, obviously, the media predictions versus reality for the Auburn Tigers. One of the reasons I bring this up, and I think it's somewhat interesting, I don't think the voting will come out probably until tomorrow, but over the last 20 years, since 2002, Auburn has never been picked last in the SEC West. I am making a prediction. I believe they will be voted last this year.
It could happen. But, we'll see. Part of the reason is, too, Media Days being held in Birmingham forever. You get a lot of Alabama writers who are going to lean maybe more pro-Auburn than an out-of-state writer. So that might be one of the reasons. Never been picked to finish last. I mean, look, 2013, they were picked to finish fifth, right? It's not last, it's fifth. Now, they finished first, but if you predicted that, you were off your rocker. That team won 3 games a year before and got blown out in virtually every loss.
Yeah.
They were terrible, top to bottom. So the next year, picking them to finish fifth kind of seems like a gift, right? It's like, because, you had to figure sixth was the natural thing there, all things considered. So then you get the big turnaround year with Malzahn and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe a lean of Alabama writers. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
We will mark your prediction.
Do that
and
right
follow
now.
up on it later.
And one of the things about it is I think that it'll be a great opportunity. Auburn usually 8 times they have exceeded expectations. So John says, what time does Auburn speak tomorrow? I believe Brian Harsin is the first to take the podium, so it will be like at 8 o'clock in the morning is when Brian Harsin will first kick things off. So going back and looking at some of these, and JJ was, alluding to 2013, that was one of those times, wildly, and not that I don't blame the media at all. Like you said, they could have picked them 7th. I mean, they probably should have picked them 7th. But, Texas A&M was a part of the league at that point. So why they picked them 5th after coming off that, I can't remember. Who, I guess Ole Miss, was that? I guess that would have been probably the Houston Nut Ole Miss team, probably.
Yeah, maybe so.
And nobody, that maybe they've got lower. Maybe I don't. Was that right after? Let's see. When was the Bobby Petrino fiasco? I think that was a little bit past that. So he had, I think that was like 2 years prior to that or after that. So they were probably in dire straits, and they might have gone.
I think it's interesting too. And if you look on here, and you look at Auburn coaches, right? Mm-hmm. look at how accurate the media was, because they were pretty accurate in the Tuberville years. But Tuberville was, for most of his tenure at Auburn, fairly consistent, right?
True.
And it gets easier to predict when your head coach is fairly consistent with his teams. There's not these wild swings where, well, one or two players didn't work out like we thought, so there's 3 additional losses, or whatever.
Yeah.
They 1 off, 2 off, 1 off, even, 1 off, even, for a lot of those Tuberville years. Then, of course, 2008, picked to finish first, finished 5th, and we all know what happened after that.
Tommy Toll didn't make it through the season.
That's right.
Well, he made it through the season, but I mean, it was over before it was over.
Yeah.
We all knew it was over.
Yeah.
The Tony Franklin did not make it through the season. Gene Chizik, in 2009, that's the one that they nailed. Now, who would have saw Auburn winning the national championship in 2010? So Auburn exceeds expectations.
But they were picked to finish 3rd, which is, they weren't picked to finish 5th or 6th or something. So,
You could see that. I mean, if they felt like a team on an unknown Cam Newton,
yeah,
that team could have finished 3rd, then add him to it, not a surprise.
Yep.
One of the other times, let's see, they've overachieved, obviously 2013 we mentioned. 2016, not a lot was thought. Very, very disappointing. That's like back-to-back years. That is the quintessential Auburn. 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
2015, Auburn is picked to win the West.
Yes.
To finish first. And Jeremy Johnson is
Yes.
going to take over.
Yes.
It's a new era at Auburn.
Throwing it through the car wash without getting the ball wet. Right?
All things are wonderful. Things are going to, and then, Auburn goes out and win. I think so what did Auburn go 7-6 that year? I think. They finished dead last in the West. The next year, not going to fool me again, Auburn. We picked you 6th this year because obviously things are terrible.
Right.
You come out of the gate and you play, that's the tilt-a-whirl offense against Clemson that first game, which totally is on Malzahn. But Auburn plays well. Cameron Petway becomes a brief shining star for a few games, and Auburn ends up finishing 2nd. So that's just, otherwise than that, for the last several years, the media has been pretty close, actually. They've kind of gotten a beat on Auburn, so over the last several years. There was one more, 2005. The media predicted Auburn 2nd. They finished 2nd, but if not for missing 5 field goals against LSU and losing in overtime, they finished 1st that year. So that could have been a year that they overachieved, but nonetheless. These are just interesting to kind of look back on how the media viewed Auburn and how it ended up finishing. But I think Auburn will overachieve this year based on the media's prediction. But I don't think that's going to say a whole lot.
Well, there was an interesting comment made yesterday, and we can get into it on the other side of the break, about who teams bring to media days and how to kind of base your thoughts about how the season's going to go based on that. We can talk about it on the other side.
Hope you get a break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you until 1 o'clock. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com, for all your real estate needs. We were talking about SEC Media Days. Kind of interesting how are the guys that the coaches usually bring. Obviously, it's team leaders usually, but there is something to be said for are they offensive guys or the defensive guys?
I think if you take a look at coaches who bring their quarterback, and I heard this mentioned yesterday. I think it was Laura Rutledge, maybe they said this, but from the SEC Network. But she mentioned that if you look at coaches who are bringing their quarterback with them, generally they're going to be pretty confident because, as we all know, look, the quarterback position is unique. It's different than any other position because you have one dude. And he's going to take the snaps that matter. He's going to be the guy that has to get you in the right play or get you out of the wrong play. He's going to be the guy that has to throw that game-winning touchdown at the right time or get you in position for a field goal. Ultimately, you would love for your quarterback to be the leader of your team, or at least one of them. So, and she kind of made the point that if you look at coaches who bring their quarterback with them, they're making a couple of statements. Number one, this is our field general. This is our guy. We believe in his play. We believe in his ability. We believe in his leadership, and that's why he's here. And I do think that's an interesting one to look at, right? Because if you don't know that, then there's a degree of uncertainty that's automatic. If you don't know who your quarterback's going to be, there's an automatic degree of uncertainty in your season.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Look at the teams that didn't bring a quarterback. Auburn.
Yep.
Texas A&M.
Yep.
LSU.
Yep.
Missouri, I think.
Yep.
I mean, these are the ones there's going to be. You know why they didn't bring a quarterback?
Because they don't know who
it's going to be.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So, like I said, if you're not bringing your quarterback with you to media days, there's an obvious, I think, degree of uncertainty in your season.
Yeah.
You look at, obviously, Alabama was going to bring Bryce Young. He's a defending Heisman Trophy winner, right? So even take him out of the equation. Look at the others, but one of the most interesting ones, Billy Napier, brings Anthony Richardson with him. I think that's as much a statement to the rest of the team as it is anything else. This is your leader. This is the guy that I'm,
we're going to ride with
we're going to ride with here for the next couple of years and, see how things go. To get this thing off to, Will Levis, no surprise they bring him along. He's a senior leader on the team. A lot of people have, I've heard some draft guys say that they could see him climbing into the early first round. I don't know about that. But, he's obviously a guy with some ability. Stetson Bennett is not a guy that's going to climb in the first round of the draft, but he is a team leader at Georgia. I don't think there's any question.
Is he drafted at all?
I could see Stetson Bennett as a 5th rounder, 6th rounder. You know what I mean? I could see him having a little career as a backup.
Yeah.
He
looks like a clipboard holder.
Yeah. I sort of go,
that ain't a bad way to make a living, Judge.
Yeah. Tim Hasselbeck said once on Twitter, somebody criticized him as being a terrible quarterback. He said, "How many clipboards do you carry in a Super Bowl?" So the guy, if you're getting paid to play that position, you're pretty good.
Yeah. That's true.
KJ Jefferson at Arkansas, again, I think that's a statement by Sam Pittman that we're expecting a big season out of this guy. We need it. Got to have it. You know. Same statement by Napier. Same statement by Vanderbilt brought their quarterback, and the coach tells us that they're Vanderbilt is on track to be a national power.
By that token, do you think it's odd that Mike Leach did not bring his quarterback?
I do.
That seems of anybody that would bring a quarterback, you would think, and his is solidified.
Yeah.
I find that somewhat interesting.
I do too. So I do think there's little things to glean like that, that you can. Pick out.
Clark Lee. Speaking of statements, bold statements that coaches have made. What do you classify this as? Confidence or lunacy? He says, my goal at
right.
And he said, we will be the best program in the country.
Yes.
You and I both know that's not true. And it's never going to be true.
Academically. No, it's not true.
But does he have to say that?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
To me, my goal at Vanderbilt is to bring a team together that puts quality product on the field, that plays with discipline and toughness, and to maximize our potential every season.
Bring some respectability to this program.
There you go.
But then that admits that we have no respect. Do you just see it? Now we all, again, you and I both know that's true. But do you admit that in public?
Again, I just don't think you go to the best program in the country thing. Get to 500 in the league before you start talking about best program in the country. You come out, go 4-4 in league play this year, I'm going to listen to you very closely next media days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you start talking about best program in the country, you come out and go 0-8 in the league, I'm not listening to you anymore.
Yeah, coming off 2-10, that rings of what did you say?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound, something doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
But
And I mean, look, the message to your players can't be, look, we're a bad team and we know it. We're going to try to get better. You don't want to do that, but you do have to say, you can be positive about it. We are going to maximize the potential of every young man on our roster. And when we do that, we'll have better performances on the field. Boom. There you go.
I think you need to send him an email. With that, Barry.
Yes.
With that, Barry, that'd be a good
Coach, next time will you send me your opening statement? Let me do some editing there, and so we don't have to make fun of you on the
We're
Auburn
up against
Blitz.
another break here. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom, Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need three things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually four. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom, Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. 256-397-0248. 256-397-0248. The Atlanta Braves had they had a big draft. Hard to, I don't know any of these guys. I don't really see. I know Blake Burkhalter they took from Auburn with the 76th pick in the second round. He's a really, really good-looking prospect, but really, really heavy right-handed pitchers. 11 right-handed pitchers of the 22 picks they had in the draft here. 2 catchers, 2 third basemen, a second baseman, a first baseman, 2 shortstops, and 3 outfielders in the draft for the Atlanta Braves.
No, you can never have enough pitching.
I guess not.
And keep in mind, though, like their first pick, 20th overall pick, Owen Murphy, is a high school pitcher from Illinois. He is considered a two-way player. He's also a shortstop, pretty good one. Most people thought that if he wanted to, if you were just drafting him as a position player, he still would be top 3 or 4 rounds as a position player. So, and some of these high school pitchers, I would imagine, are kind of the same. But Owen Murphy, I did read a little bit about him. He's got 3 pitches and working on a 4th. So 3+ pitches and working on a 4th. So they feel like he's one of those guys that, with a good fastball, good slider, good curve, working on a change.
Yeah.
So. But we'll, with a high school pitcher, we'll find out in about 4 years, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this kind of shows you how things have changed. It seemed like it would have been. It seemed like in years past, of course, there were 60 rounds. You'd have a lot more players, but it seemed like in years past, maybe 10, 20 years ago, it would be about half and half. 16 players out of college, and only 6 out of high school that they chose.
Right.
So that just shows you how much college baseball has come around. I think, you see a lot more guys coming out of college now.
And it's interesting, too. I think when you look at guys drafted near the top that are not pitchers, right, that are position players, most of the time what you're looking at is a power guy in there. It's a guy who hits with a lot of power.
Yeah.
Because that's where the game is right now. The game's a home run game right now. So.
Yeah, steal. What is that again? Nobody.
The what?
The steal.
Yeah.
This concept?
The games change, right? I mean, look at the NFL now. How many teams in the NFL now are using some version of a no huddle offense? So it happens. You weigh out the analytics, you weigh out the percentages. You go, okay, if we're working on launch angle, and everything is geared towards big hits. Our chances go up to win.
That's true. You can score a run every time you hit a home run.
Yes.
The Mets start the second half 58-35. The Braves, here I go again. The Braves are only 2.5 back as we start the second half. Here's the interesting thing. August 4th, the Braves open with the second half Angels at home, at the Phillies, the Diamondbacks, and then the Phillies at home. August 4th, the Braves will play 5 straight games with the Mets. They will play a 4-game series and throw in a doubleheader.
Yeah.
And then a week later, they will play 4 against the Mets in Atlanta. So 9 games against the Mets in the month of August alone, and then they won't play the Mets again until the series before last. They'll play like the Nationals, and then they'll play the Mets, and then they'll play the Marlins, and that'll be it. So, boy, these 9 games are going to be critical.
Well, and, the Mets announced yesterday that, Jacob deGrom was scheduled for a simulated game, kind of returning from injury. They've put that off because he had some shoulder soreness. They say it's unrelated to the injury. It's just shoulder soreness. But so they put that off. I think, and we talked about this last week, I think one of these 2 teams will come out of the gate after the All-Star break hot. And I don't know which one it'll be.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be both. I think one will come out playing, I don't think either one of them are bad teams. I don't think either one's going to come out and go 2-8, but I think one of them has a chance to really come out in the right mental frame out of the All-Star break and win 7 or 8 of their first 10. And maybe you'll start to see some separate. Look, the Braves are still in position to make the playoffs whether they catch the Mets or not.
True.
But the Mets are legitimate. I hate the Mets with a passion, but they are a legitimately good team.
I've never liked them. I mean, I've really never had that much disdain for the Mets. Yankees I despise, but interesting.
I used to hate the Nationals a lot, but I think that was more of a Bryce Harper thing.
Yeah.
Because since he's gone, I really don't dislike him as much anymore. So.
And if you're interested, the first game back, Friday night, Shohei Ohtani in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get to see Mike Trout. We were just talking about that early to start the show. You'll get to see Mike Trout. You'll get to see Shohei Ohtani. And that dude is worth the price of admission.
Yes.
Wow. He is, it's just something. I mean, you don't see this type of, he's doing things that nobody's done.
Yeah.
100 years.
Yeah.
So.
150.
It's pretty incredible. Auburn announced its trip to Israel, talking about when it's going to be able to be seen. All the games apparently will be shown on the SEC network, so that's good news. The tour will feature games against the Israel under-20 national team. That will be August 2nd. And then the Israel All-Star Select team, whatever that is, on August 7th, and the Israel National team on August 8th. So every game will tip off at noon here and be on the SEC Network. So noon on the SEC Network, we will be fighting, obviously, with here at the Auburn Blitz, but we will keep you apprised, and we will certainly probably have that on here in the studio. But Auburn on their tour to Israel, the 2nd, 7th, and 8th. Every game, noon on the SEC Network. Got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you for one final segment on this July the 20th, 2022. On this day, July the 20th, 1965, this has got to be the only time this has ever happened. Yankee pitcher Mel Stoudemire hits an inside the park grand slam.
I was going to ask you if you researched, is that the only one?
I couldn't find anything specific about it, but I just thought to myself, that can't have happened more than once. And the inside the park home run's got to be hard enough.
Yeah.
But from a pitcher?
Well, but a grand slam too.
It just crazy. Something else happened on this day, 1969. Apollo 11 lunar module carrying Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin lands on the surface of the moon. Real or fake, JJ?
That's real. Me and you and one other person couldn't keep a secret. How are you going to keep that one?
This is true.
Yeah.
Great, momentous day. Human beings walk on the face of the moon. 1976.
And the Earth is round, too.
1976, a pretty important day, too. Hank Aaron hits his final home run, number 755.
755.
The true home run champ.
Yes.
Happy birthday today, Haney Manush. Never heard of him myself. He is a Hall of Fame AL batting champion who played for the Washington Senators from Tuscumbia, Alabama.
Huh, how about that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, me either.
1901, he was born. Mike Ilitch, born on this day, 1929. He owned the Red Wings.
Okay.
And, if you like pizza, founder of Little Caesars.
Ah, okay.
Pizza. Born on this day, 1930, Chuck Daly.
Great coach.
Great coach, two-time NBA champion with the Pistons, 89 and 90. Natalie Wood, born on this day, 1938. Lovely actress, Rebel Without a Cause.
Was she or was she not thrown overboard?
I'm not saying
by Robert Wagner.
I'm not saying Robert Wagner killed his wife.
Yeah.
But it sounds kind of like Robert Wagner killed his wife. 4 people on the boat, okay?
Yeah.
1981. She was 43 years old. Died. They said, she drowned. But now they have updated it recently to and other unexplained circumstances. But Robert Wagner, Natalie Wood, and the captain of the boat, and what's his name? Oh, good grief! What's his name? That everybody does the impression. He was on the. He was doing a movie with her. Christopher Walken.
Oh, okay.
Christopher Walken's on the boat too.
Huh.
And stories have changed over the years. So sad. She was Academy Award-winning actress, beautiful woman. T.G. Shepherd, born on this day, 1942.
Yeah.
Devil in the Bottle. Perhaps there's some connection between those two. Jake Scott, he is a college Hall of Fame safety, played for Georgia, went on to play for the 72 Dolphins, was the MVP of Super Bowl VII when the Dolphins won, and recovered 2 fumbles the next year in the Super Bowl VIII. I think he had a couple interceptions in Super Bowl VII. Kim Carnes.
Betty Davis eyes.
Betty Davis. Carlos Santana.
One of the greats.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
Black Magic Woman, 1947. Donna Dixon, 1957. She was in Bosom Buddies.
Was she also a Playboy playmate?
She probably was. She married Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Far. I mean, I'm talking kicked out of his coverage. Unbelievably far.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And she was in Spies Like Us, too. Frank Whaley. He's an actor that you don't recognize the name, but you know him. He was, you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
I have.
Look at the big brain on Brett.
Yeah.
They speak it. What country are you from? What? They speak English in what? Yeah. That's Frank Whaley. Yeah, there you go. Jay Barker.
Had a little bit of a rough go lately.
Great Alabama quarterback.
Yeah.
Apparently maybe tried to run over his ex-wife with a car, but hey, who among us has it at one time? But anyway, Benji Molina, born on this day, one of the Flying Molinas.
Yep.
1974. Troy Smith, probably maybe the least known Heisman Trophy winner ever.
Yeah, terrific receiver at Ohio State, though.
Yeah, wasn't he a quarterback?
He was both, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't even know.
I thought he played both.
I don't. I think he won it for quarterback.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't. That again to my statement.
You jumped over Ray Allen, by the way.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I did run. I'm sorry. He was born in 1975. Ray Allen, great shooter. Maybe he held the record for all-time threes until Steph Curry. Did he not?
Yeah, I believe so.
Born on this day, 1980, Gisele Bündchen.
Mrs. Tom Brady.
Mrs. Tom Brady.
Yep.
Or maybe he's Mr. Gisele Bündchen.
I don't know. I know she makes more money than he does.
Yeah, that's got to be fun to be that couple. Shaquem Griffith, he had one hand.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah, he killed Auburn in the bowl game there at the Peach Bowl. 1995. I think, doesn't he have a twin brother?
He does.
He's got okay, yeah. And Ben Simmons, born on this day, 1996. He was the #1 pick by the Philadelphia 76ers. How's that working out?
Not as well as you would hope for a #1 pick.
Yeah, the 76ers haven't really won anything.
No.
And, I mean, he's a decent player, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I don't particularly keep up with it that much.
Again, a #1 overall, you sort of have certain expectations.
Yeah, he's not a Sam Bowie.
Yeah,
but he's pretty good. Not bad either. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He is JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.